Very exciting, everyone, that my guest today, Christy Harvey, and I have successfully figured out the sound. That's been a thing that we have been sorting for the last 20 minutes. It's handled now. It's exciting. So, Christy,
Whoops.
thank you for.
What did
Oh,
I
fantastic.
do?
I think you might have given me a little, I don't even know what they call that, but thank you for that.
Yes, and it flipped around my picture
Yes.
there.
Oh, you have a beautiful kitchen.
It's actually my therapy treatment room. I'll just
Oh,
show everybody. There's water
fantastic.
fountain, nice sofa.
Yeah, that looks very
Okay, pretty
peaceful. Ooh,
picture.
pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I give everybody tea, so it totally looks like a kitchen.
Okay. Lovely.
But I don't
So,
know how to switch it back around, so that's awesome.
okay,
So
fantastic.
here's
Okay,
what
so
I'm gonna do.
if you want to just like play with that for a second or see if
I'm
you can
going
sort
to.
that out, I was just going to share anyone who's watching how Christy and I met because Christy had actually reached out to me when I launched my business, Map Your Progress. It launched in June, and Christy reached out to me. I'm frankly not sure when. I can't remember. But she also has a podcast. I don't have a podcast. She has a podcast. And she had asked me if I would come chat with her. And I was very happy to do that. And so she and I had a really lovely talk about well, a lot of things actually, but I was kind of sharing with her what I've been up to with the launch of Map Your Progress, and that's what we're going to kind of focus on today because Map Your Progress is really a way to be able to visualize your goals and break them down into small pieces and small actions, and be able to track them in a fun and beautiful way using artwork that I've created. I call them creative progress maps. That's the name of the artwork. And they're made up of lots of little swirls, and each swirl represents a small action toward whatever goal it is. Oh, thank you very much,
Okay.
Christy.
There's one.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant.
That's for 365 days of exercise right there. Okay.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. So what she was just holding up is actually a calendar. Do you mind holding it up one more time?
Not at all.
We're just going to go with this. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
So brilliant. I had asked Christy to come hang out today because I wanted to have her be able to share in her words what she's been up to, what she's been mapping. I've been super impressed with her creativity and kind of the different areas that she's been working toward in her life. And so what she's holding up right now is one of the creative progress maps. It is the calendar. And as the name implies, that is 365 swirls, 12 months of the year. And it's a piece of artwork that allows us to track daily goals. And so Christy was saying that she was tracking exercise. Do you want to say a little bit more about that?
Yes, I definitely would. I'm going to set this down because my arm's getting tired. And
Okay.
you're gonna have to actually kick me off, I think, for a minute and bring me back on because apparently when I clap, it flips around my camera and I can't turn it back.
Okay, we're going to pause the recording and we'll do that. Okay.
All right.
And voila, we have you back front and center. Beautiful. Yay. We're learning so much. We're learning all the time.
We totally are. Okay, so yes. So with the exercise, what I've found is that I am awesome at knowing all of the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And I know all the reasons why I'm supposed to be doing them because I actually care about my health. And I spend almost every one of my days sharing with other people what it is that would be good for their health. And so I figure I got to walk my talk, right? Or there's some serious incongruency going on. Right. So the exercise was kicking me in the butt. And I had already started a Map Your Progress swirl chart for paying off debt. And that's actually something that I'm going to take to a whole new level because for the first time in my life, I'm getting a mortgage, which is big.
That's a big deal. Yeah, good for you.
Thank you. And it's a lot of zeros, right? And I was kind of like, oh shit, like because my one beforehand was for some credit card debt. It's not that big, but it felt really satisfying to color those in. Nice little spiral chart that you had going on there. Mm-hmm. But I'm actually going to do one that will just each swirl is going to represent a lot more money so that I can do this. And I think instead of taking, 25 years to pay this off, I'm going to get it done faster. But back to exercise. So I decided that I needed the same kind of motivation that I was using for making extra payments on credit cards to be able to incorporate something really healthy in my own life. And so, I thought the perfect thing would be to get the 365-day one so that I could have a whole year of gardening, growing my own well-being. I will say that I have absolutely not been doing it every single day. Like that does not happen, but I'm doing it probably at least 3 times more than I used to. So, I was very often maybe only getting in 2 or 3 small days of exercise a week. And I am doing it most days. And on the other days, I'm like, well, you know what? I'm making progress. My swirls are getting colored in. And when tomorrow is not quite as crazy of a day, I'll go back in and do it. And that works really well. And there's something I have to show you. So there's another one of these. For.
Okay.
I can
bring it around.
Yeah. Because I realized that to my eye, when I get a pattern started with coloring in the swirls, if I go a number of days without doing that, I start to feel like the swirls that are there are getting lonely.
I so appreciate you looking out for the feelings of your swirls. Right? Yeah, that's a big heart.
I mean, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
But it just gets a little sad, right? Like they're there, they're hanging out, they're on the wall. They're like, hey, Christy, we're here to serve you. And gosh, you haven't tended us in a while. Yeah. And it is highly motivational. So I have a chart here that is for doing face yoga because I'm turning 45 in January and I don't want to do any surgery. And I don't I don't get $100 creams to stick on there. I thought I'll do some exercise from the underneath, but I was doing that exactly none. For 2 years. I was thinking this was a great idea and it was not happening.
Yeah.
So I started this, and what I love doing is having a frame and then I just don't have the glass on it. Okay.
I'm so glad that you're showing this. Okay. So what you have there is 100 swirl hearts. So that's one of the shapes of the maps.
Right.
And so what you've brilliantly done is you've got it on the fancy print, you put it in a frame so it looks really beautiful.
That's right.
And you have the glass behind it or not at all?
The glass is currently just somewhere else entirely.
Elsewhere.
It will go on later.
It is not needed right now. Yeah. So what I love is that you get the benefit of the frame and having it be really pretty, but then you can also color it in. So each time that you do your facial yoga, then you go ahead and grab a pen and you color in a swirl. And you mark your progress. And then you have that to see every day and to be reminded and have the call of the swirl. Really, I've never said that before, but world premiere.
I like
the
that.
Call of the swirl, where when you look at that sucker, it's like, I want to go do my facial yoga, if for no other reason than I just want to color that little sucker in.
What you said, exactly. Yeah. That's why I stayed up at 10:30 doing it last night, so that I could run up the 3 flights of stairs because I live in a 3-story octagon. Okay. That took a lot of motivation.
Fantastic.
Get out of bed, go up there, color in my swirl. It was awesome.
Maybe someday there'll be a swirl map.
There might be.
Maybe someday.
But what I realized is that I thought that I was totally failing at this face yoga thing because I started this like 30 days ago. And my intention was to do like 20 minutes every day. And I thought, well, that sucks. I didn't get very many done. But then I counted and I had 10 out of 30 days. And I was like, okay, over 2 years, I think I did face yoga like twice, right? Total. In the last 30 days, I got 10 done. And then I did like yesterday night and I did it this morning too. And the swirls are happy and I'm happy. So yes.
Oh, okay. That's fantastic. Well, and actually, thank you, Bold Lord Kingdom, our wonderful guest who left, who had brought Walter. Sorry, Walter. Thanks for coming by, Walter. Had brought up, he said, why do people try and do things every day? You could do it once a week or 3 times a day, depending on how you feel. And that's right on in terms of the function of the maps, because I'm a recovering perfectionist, but human beings are not innately perfect, and we don't do things perfectly every single day, and life doesn't go perfectly, so that you always get to do all of the things on a daily basis, right? So that is one of my favorite functions of the map, is that, let's see if I can slide this over here. You can see this is my bed right here. And that is my meditation map, which is also the same design that we've been talking about, the calendar.
Nice. And it's big. Yes.
Yeah. It's an 18 by 24.
Sweet.
Yeah. And I have it like as a canvas. But what you were talking about, like it's not, every single one.
Right.
There's quite a few. And so, I mean, this is 2015, 2014, not so much, like very, very sporadic meditating happening, or more accurately, not happening.
Uh-huh.
So I love that you have embraced both the idea of the daily with the calendar, and then also with your facial yoga, the 100 Swirl Heart, where you can just go at your own pace.
Exactly.
I think that's brilliant.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Awesome. So you had also shared that there was another use in your family with the maps that had, I imagine, come as a bit of a surprise, but I would love to have you share about that.
Okay. So this is the great thing that people listening may or may not know, is that you put out these wonderful monthly theme free maps. Okay. I look forward
for the
to
holidays.
month. For the holidays.
For the holidays, yeah.
And this has been outstanding. So I believe that, yes, it was the pumpkin for October was where we started. I had printed one out because you'd sent that out in your newsletter, and I thought this is great. And I was going to use it for something. And then one of my children looked at it and said, "Hey, Mom, can I use that?" And I said, "Of course. What do you want to use it for?" I was secretly hoping she might use it to clean her room or something, right?
Right.
Like for every bag of garbage she pulled out, we could color in a swirl.
Right. Yeah. If
About
only
30 bags would do it, right?
Right.
So what she had been struggling with is staying dry through the night. And so we had tried different things. We tried like stars. Okay. We tried different sticker systems, and none of those had worked with very much success. But she took it into her head that, by God, she wanted that pumpkin, and she wanted that pumpkin colored in. And then we decided that if she did get that pumpkin colored in, that which would then represent 30 days of staying dry, that even if she didn't do it all in a row, and truthfully, it took into November for her to finish that, but that we would then do a special date time, just me and her, which is pretty special because, she has a sibling. And so there's a lot of sharing of mom going on. So that quality time was something that really was motivational. And she had about 80% more success with us than anything else we tried. And we're continuing that. We're on the Christmas tree one now, which she loves.
Oh,
and we're going on a date tomorrow, which is going to be awesome. And so that's the cool thing. It's like, I figure we can use the coloring in and the swirls as a reward in itself, for people like me who absolutely love the visual. And even though I don't consider myself an artist with any type of graphic quality, I can totally color. And so, there's that whole piece that feels really good. But then also in using it in this way with her, I've discovered that we can add even more quality to our lives through doing something, whether in this case, where it's with another person, or I'm thinking for myself, as I get certain things completed, like this one in particular, which I've just been taping up. So it's brand new. So this is it's
180.
Thank
swirl
you.
Hearts.
You know these by looking. Okay.
Yes.
Probably
I drew them all.
You drew them.
I drew them. They're my little babies that I birthed out of my hand. So,
That's right. So this is 6 months of creative writing. And to me, this is the foundation, which is I started at the bottom. What I'm doing with my Inviting Aphrodite group that I'm going to be holding in class that I'm going to be teaching next year. So I'm thinking that as I get this completed, not only will that be beautiful, and I will have all of the writing that has occurred. So that's, double benefits there. But I think I'll do something special for myself, like maybe just a mini retreat, you know, like maybe take 2 days and just have a quiet retreat to go and reflect on the work that I've done and be able to really let that sink in and honor it. So I'm just putting a pitch out there for people using these to do value added in every way that you can, because it keeps increasing the joy and the motivation and the quality of your life. So yeah, that's my tip.
Yeah, makes me so happy to hear. It's just
right on.
I love what you've been doing with this, and I love that you've been so willing to share this and show us all of your maps and share about your daughter. And it's awesome. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to come hang out.
You bet.
I appreciate it. Okay, lovely. Well, I look forward to sharing more of your story with the tribe, and maybe we can check back in sometime in the future and see how it's all going.
Fantastic. I would love it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Christy. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Amy.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, dear.